So on top of this basic platform, there's been an explosion of other applications. When you add a smartphone to the mix, it all gets much easier. And then you start to track the digital data. Right. So now there are startups that will say, we can assess your credit score based on how you're using your smartphone. Sometimes it's tracking your payments in and out. Sometimes it's just tracking who you're calling. Do you call your mother? Do you call your friends? And using big data analysis, figuring out that you can somewhat accurately predict people's credit scores. People who never had a credit score, who had no access to a loan, can now get a loan. So if you're a merchant in a market, you now have access to loans for your business. Another application, if you're a small shopkeeper and you start to collect digital payments via a smartphone application, kind of like Square in this country. So you can take digital payments as you sell goods. Well, this opens up a whole array of business applications for that small shop owner, because now he has a record of what he's sold. He can start to analyze it. He knows at the end of the week he needs to reorder X amount of these shampoos versus, these apples, etc. He can start to analyze and do some simple marketing. What days of the week does he sell shampoo versus apples? He can start to suddenly understand who are his best customers. So all these applications at big companies literally took the last 20 years. It's called enterprise software development. And they've spent hundreds of millions of dollars being able to analyze this stuff. If you're Coca-Cola or Pepsi, you can now do with a smartphone if you have the payment of digital, if you have the record of digital payments in and out of your shop. So that's the potential, is that this is where digital and the internet is breaking open to small companies and small businesses that don't have the money to get their own in-house team of developers to develop proprietary data that the huge companies do. Suddenly you can improve your productivity and then of course also go to the bank and show them what your revenues are to get a loan. So that